Ooh, all right, so here we are back in 1999 again, September 18th this time. And it seems like every time I do a recap of one of these 1990 shows, 1999, inevitably someone is like, oh, this was my first show. Does make sense though. I feel like a lot of people that are subscribers to this channel watch this video where, you're around my age. My first show also 99. And always a little ashamed to say I wasn't necessarily a big fan. Pretty much was just a chomper at that point. So, and then this went on to become an official live Phish release. There is video, most of the second set on video. It goes dark a little bit at times. Posted a link to that earlier today, so hopefully some of you were able to check some of that out. No first set, though, missing. And then the reason I think this show is so highly rated and became an official release was not, I mean, overall it was a great show, but the set opener, set one, Tweezer, set two, Boogie On. And then, both of them took a little while to get going, though, actually. It seemed like, what are there, these type 1 jams? But then, around the 10-minute mark or so of the Tweezer, Fishman starts pushing the tempo. Trey got a little bit repetitive. Well, he got really repetitive, in fact. It kind of had like a 97 feel to it, but with the 99 gadgets, maybe, this Tweezer did. Then we get on to, like, just a solid Roses Are Free and Wilson. Nothing too fancy here, just straight ahead, but... And again, it reminds me, like I still love them. They're still a good band right now, but they were just really sharp back then, It just felt like if they was slowed down, it was deliberately slowed down. It was like everything sounded very methodical, but yet very good also. I don't know. It's just a whole different sound, I guess. Now they're almost just a little too loose, I guess, I suppose. I don't know. Never mind. Let's not do the comparison thing. That's what's hard about these old shows. You automatically want to compare it till now. And we just got just a banging Maze coming after the really strong Roses or Wilson. Then Brian and Robert slows it down a little bit. Everybody needed a break after that Maze. And then Tube, one of their best songs from the late 90s. Probably another reason this was an official release. You had 4 big ones here tonight. Boogie and Free in the second set, Tweezer, and then this Tube here in the... And, speaking of 97, those are all songs that would have just fit. Maybe that's why it had like a 97 feel to it. And then we ended up the first set with Rocky Top and Trey really screaming the Play It Leo. And Leo did, in fact, play it in Rocky Top. So obviously, Tube, Maze, Tweezer, big highlights in the first set. Roses, Wilson, really nothing skippable. I mean, I guess if you want to skip past Brian and Robert and Rocky Top, if you're going to get on the Live Phish app and check this one out. And then Boogie On Reggae Woman again. 10 minutes in, I felt like, is this going to be the longest Type 1 Boogie On Reggae Woman ever? And then somewhere around the 12, 13-minute mark, it does. It starts to flip a little bit. They take it out somewhere, take it way out for a ride, and then quickly get back into, and all the Type 1 stuff was awesome, really. Again, had that, I'm repeating myself like Trey did in Tweezer, had a 97 feel to it, very funky feel, kind of a slowed down, kind of a deliberate feel to this, like every note mattered. Like they knew exactly what they were doing, what they wanted to do. Meatstick, Trey explains to the West Coast for the first time the Meatstick dance. And then Free and Harry Hood coming here in the second set. 2 songs that now, still today, some of their best songs going. And I know I said I wasn't going to do the comparison thing. It's just a really strong Free. Harry Hood, again, much like everything else, felt like they knew exactly what they were doing the whole way along. Didn't just feel like they were exploring. Although in Boogie On and Tweezer, they certainly did. It just didn't feel like it. Same thing with this Hood. Pretty much just a straightaway Hood. Certainly took their time. Was not a rushed Hood. We just got recently a Hood that was under 10 minutes. This one somewhere around the 15-minute mark. And then they were pretty much wrapping it up at that point. Got a good Frankenstein cover. Cavern, ending the night, keeping the chompers happy. The 99 chompers like myself. I would have appreciated a Cavern set closer. And then a Contact Tweezer reprise encore. Kind of wish they'd bring back Contact. Yeah, that's a perfect encore song, and we just don't get a whole lot of them these days. So I think that was about it. I did enjoy. I've been listening to this a little bit over. This is one I was a little worried, like, I don't know, this might be maybe this was kind of a janky review. But I listened to like the first set, and then a while later I listened to the second set. And then I'd go back and I'd listen to some of the Tweezer, some of the Boogie On. So it was a little all over the place. Listened to the show completely. It was Mr. Completely, in fact, but didn't listen to it from beginning to end. Didn't feel like a whiteboard kind of thing. You can't listen to a show over a 36-hour period and then get on the whiteboard. But, we're continuing here to celebrate 40 years of Phish. Eventually, I'll recap a show that is not 1999. All right, guys. Well, everybody, if you tuned in, you made it to the end, I appreciate it. I'm sure hopefully this was someone's first show. Was this your first show? It was a good one. 99 was a good year, man. It's crazy when I got into the band and I really got into the band during the hiatus. A lot of people were down on 99 back then. It's insane. Kind of like that guy the other day that was talking about how Dick's 21 wasn't that good. These people, man, on the internet, I swear. You Phish people.